Well, it's like there is. That's the other thing. You said you used the word utopian the other day, or utopia the other day, and it's like, that's not to say that we shouldn't have this an idea that we're moving towards, but it's like we all know there is no perfect period. Right. There's not going to be perfect, literally. And that's what a lot of cults though they try and frame it though as if that is what they are.
Figured it out.
Well, they figured it out, and like
they recreate that religion structure. That's all it is. It's just like on a smaller scale.
Right.
It's
perfect
an active
in here.
project. It's an infinite active project of development.
It's perfect in here. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, if you start picking on any potential flaws, that's a threat to the. I mean, that's why even in revolutionary movements, a lot of political parties end up being like cults, because they get into this party mindset that's not about serving the quote unquote people or the quote unquote masses or whatever those values are. It becomes about protecting the party, the institution, which is really about protecting the people
dogma.
at the top of a pyramid, because the whole thing is structured hierarchically. So it's like
to the pyramid.
Yeah, what happens? What happens when you start with the cylinder? What happens when you start with the circle?
What happens? Top of a circle. Ain't no top of a pyramid. I mean, top of a circle.
The great circles of Egypt.
Fall off the top of the circle.
The great spheres.
This definitely sounds like sacred
geometry.
Communism, sacred Hotep. Brother,
my brothers and sisters, there is no top part of a circle.
In a tesseract, there's no.
Have you ever Googled the tesseract on Wikipedia? Like, that shit is just a square going in on itself.
It's fucking doing a square doing the worm.
Yeah, it is. It's literally
that shit is. I know I keep saying shit is deep, but it really is, man, because you can get so caught up in the fucking weeds of like political labels and identities, and like I feel like when I personally really understood, when it's like I had the master key to all this shit, it was when I understood what hierarchy is. Yeah. What I understood what power was. Yeah. Because then you look at the whole thing and you just see the overlaps, the commonalities, regardless of what people might call themselves. It's like, oh, well, how are y'all doing shit over? How are y'all doing business this way? Oh, that's exploitative. There's a boss over here. That's not gonna help anybody. Yeah, right. Oh, like and then you start to become a stickler for like hierarchy. You start to see there's
all the hierarchy.
Yeah, and you see the seeds even for hierarchy. You're like, this could turn into a little bureaucratic thing in 10 years. Like these three people here have a lot of informal power in this space, influence in this space, and they're not trying to distribute that, and no one's talking about that.
They have that they're hoarding power and shit. And so like, you see like you said, you see hierarchy everywhere. Like you'll see it once you go from the corporations and society, then you'll see it in families and
your family,
it's just like, damn, you gotta combat it from the get. This shit is introduced to us as and it's like, but it's only social conditioning. It's like fucking, like you said, people have the ability. People are elastic. They can have the ability to be like, oh, you showed me a better way. Right. Thank you. Right. Why did I not thank you?
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about. Is like
yesterday. Yeah,
is like this shit is actually how shit started. So it's not. It's not taking something and then being like, all right, we have to figure out how to get people. It's just you gotta like kind of get the plaque off.
Yes, the cooperation is already here. We already do it with each other every day.
Watch the fucking power out go in this building and then see how hierarchical shit gets. Like watch all the fucking power grid and Wi-Fi and water go down. Who's in charge now?
We need to figure this out together now. As the grand tenant of the top floor, I hereby decree that all lower floors.
You'll find those funny people. You will find those people. But it's like, dude, everyone's like, shut the fuck up.
I'm not gonna lie though. As long as I make more money in the apartment, hierarchy exists because I'm keeping that AC on, bitch. AC stays on. Test my authority. I see hierarchy everywhere in my own life.
Like for example,
but that goes back to this shit because hierarchy is seasonal, bro. Hierarchy is seasonal. That shit moves in waves, bro. That shit moves in waves.
My roommate that's been chopping wood is about to be in charge in the winter time.
One promotion is over for me.
That's just you're forming a band of hunters for the summer, and then when wintertime comes, that shit redisperses.
That's like where I used to work. people that got hired after me, just because they were like doing slightly better, they started becoming in charge of us. They were like making them managers and shit.
Oh, bro, I was a 20-year-old in front of LA, in front of a gym, in charge of a gym. Everybody was 40 and up.
Wow.
Literally, I had a staff of 20, and I was 20 years old. I just charmed the fuck out of the OM. This nigga was so like, funny. It was peak Obama phase, so this nigga saw me. He was like, oh, I got me one. Fucking put me in charge. These niggas had no idea. I got arrested for smoking weed on the job. I was
like, really? Where are you smoking? In the back?
In my car parked up next to
eating a Crunchwrap Supreme.
I think the OM is getting arrested. I was like, yo, make sure you call Johnny to do overtime.